So in the previous session we have discussed about the CPLDs, and in today's session we will start with the FPGA architecture and what is this FPGA and what are the internal architecture of this FPGA. So before that, can anyone confirm me whether you are able to? Uh, is my voice clear and is my screen visible? Can anyone quickly confirm me? Yeah, thank you. So coming to this FPGA internal architecture, so this is the FPGA internal architecture. Still, we have so many blocks. So this is a simplified architecture. So in this architecture, we have the blocks called logic blocks. So basically, these are called logic blocks. Okay, these are called logic blocks, and these blue color ones are called switch blocks, and the red colored lines are called interconnects, and the orange color blocks are called IO pads. Okay, so still there are more components inside this FPGA. So this is a simplified diagram. Okay, so these are the components which are present, or we can say this is the architecture, internal architecture of the FPGA. Logic blocks. So FPGA consists of logic blocks, switch block, interconnect, and IO pads. Okay. Now, so before going detail into the FPGA internal architecture, so for Xilinx devices, we call this logic blocks as configurable logic blocks. Okay. For Xilinx, we call these blocks as CLBs. Okay, remember this. And for Intel, we call this as lab, which means logic array blocks. Okay. The functionality may be the same, but the name representation is different for this logic block. For Xilinx devices, we call them as CLBs, that is configuration logic blocks, and for Intel devices, we call this logic blocks as logic array block. Okay, remember this. Now let's see what is this logic blocks. We will see this block, what this block contain, what is the function of this block. Okay, so we will see the Xilinx block. So this Xilinx blocks are called CLBs. CLBs means configuration logic block. Okay, so these are the configuration logic block. The green color one you can see. So this is the configuration logic block which we are talking about, and these are called interconnects. Interconnects. Okay, in the previous slide we have seen, right? So these only here they have represented, and these are switch blocks. Okay, yeah. First we will focus on this configuration logic block. So this configuration logic block is again divided into four parts. Okay, we are talking about Xilinx devices. Okay, so these are further divided into four blocks. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So each block is called a slice. Okay, each block is called a slice, and each slice is again divided into two parts which are called logic cells. So each configuration block is divided into four parts called slices, four slices, and each slice is further divided into two parts which is called logic cells. Okay, now let's see what is inside this logic cell. So inside this logic cell we have LUT, a flip flop, and a mux. LUT stands for lookup table. Okay. LUT stands for lookup table. And here the inputs A, B, C, D are the inputs for this lookup table. So this is basically a four input LUT. Now let's see what is this LUT, and we'll come back. Let's say if we have a full adder, so let's say A, B, C, and sum and carry are my outputs. 000, 001, 010, 011, 100, 101, 110, 111. These are my input combinations. So can you tell me what are the output combinations for this? 1101, 01, 1. So is this clear? This is this full added truth table. Are you familiar with this? Everyone? Hello, am I audible, right? Yeah. So this is the truth table for my full adder, right? So for 000, I will get some output, and for 001, I will get some output. So what this lookup table is means, so in the case of this lookup table, for every combination, there will be output already stored. So for example, in the case of lookup table, assume a RAM, okay? So in which in each location, a data is stored like this. So 0, 1, 1, and 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. So if you want, this is sum. So for the sum in the lookup table, all the outputs are, for every combination, the output will be stored in the lookup table. It will be programmed so that for every combination the output will be stored, okay? So if you provide a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0, and c is equal to 0, that is 000. So this will act as a address location. So for 000, where it will go, this one. So it is 000, 001, 010, 011, 100, 101, 110, 111. So if you provide 000, then this will be selected and this will be latched out. That is, output will be equal to 0. And if you provide 011, the output will be 0. So like this lookup table will be working. So the output will be stored inside each memory location, and if you provide a particular combination of input, then that output will be produced. So is it clear how a lookup table is working? Is this clear? Yeah. So like this the lookup table will work. So all the possible outcomes, that is all the possible outputs, will be stored inside this lookup table, and when you give the inputs, then the corresponding output will be fetched out from this lookup table and it will be given to our multiplexer. So this basically, this D flip flop is for synchronization, uh, and it output will be given to our mux, and accordingly the mux will be giving our output. So this is the briefly working of a CLB, that is configuration logic block. Okay. So with the help of configuration logic block, so we have seen only a one block. There will be some millions of CLBs inside our FPGAs. So all together will be connected with each other with the help of this interconnect. These red lines are called interconnects. You can see this. These red lines are called interconnects. So these interconnects are used to connect all the CLBs, and this switch block. So when you program an FPGA, so the EDA tool will automatically decide which CLB should be connected to another CLB. Like for say suppose if 3 and this is CLB is 3 and this is 5, so 3 and 5 should be connected, then this switch block will be programmed such that this path will be selected. That is 3 and 5 path will be selected. So like this, the programming, when we program the FPGA, this path will be programmed and it will be connected. And if we erase the program, then this path connection will be removed. like that. So if we develop some logic, then the FPGA internally, the EDA tool will internally uh, connect the logic such that it will implement the logic. So say suppose if we want to implement the logic a plus b plus c, then accordingly the EDA tool what it does is, so this CLB and connected with another CLB will be connected with the help of this switch block, and it will implement this logic a plus b plus c. This is a simple logic, but there will be more complex logic to be implemented. So accordingly the switch block will help, and it will connect the multiple CLBs to implement a complex functions. Okay, and these are some IO pads which are used to connect with the external environment. Like you can connect a UART interface or USB interface like that to the FPGA. We can connect with the help of this IO pads. So this is a main and internal FPGA architecture. So these are all the internal FPGA architectures: logic blocks, switch blocks, and interconnects. So yeah, and these are CLBs. And in lab, like in Intel's logic array also, we have this three modules, which is adaptive logic modules, lookup tables, and flip-flops. So yeah, so this was the introduction of lookup tables, and we will be seeing how to code for this FPGA. And we have some more slices called DSPs and embedded cores and processor cores, and we have some terms called soft cores and hard cores that we will see in the upcoming sessions. So what are those? So in this session, I will give just a brief idea about soft cores and hard cores. So I'll give a brief intro about soft cores and hard cores. What is this soft core and hard core, and what cores we have present we have in this FPGA? We will discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay. So anyone can tell me whether you know the difference between soft core and hard core? Okay, I will explain. So in case of soft core, let's say if we have a block like this, and in this block we have an FPGA chip. So can anyone tell me whether it is a hard core or soft core? Anyone? So this FPGA chip is a hard core. Okay. And yeah, and in this FPGA chip, so in this whole device, if we have FPGA chip with a microcontroller or a processor chip is there. So whether it is a hard core or a soft core, it is a hard core. Like this, if we have, this is a whole chip, and in this chip if we have a FPGA chip like this, so this is a hard core, and in this chip a program inside this FPGA only, a logic is implemented for this microprocessor. So inside this FPGA only, so this is a whole FPGA, and a microprocessor code is implemented using this FPGA. Okay, a microprocessor code is implemented using this FPGA. They have developed some microprocessor. No physical microprocessor is present. They have implemented a microprocessor using this FPGA. Okay, then it is called a soft code. There is no physical microprocessor chip present inside this chip. Okay, so the microprocessor will be implemented using the FPGA. It is called as a soft code. Okay, So this is the difference between the hard core and soft core. We have some devices where there will be no hard microprocessor present inside that board. There will be a soft core, which means there will be no real no physical microprocessor that is present. Only the coding, only the microprocessor will be implemented. That software will be implemented using the FPGA technique. Okay, it is called as a soft core. So we will see in FPGAs what are like in what FPGAs we have hard cores and soft cores microprocessor, and what are all those cores we will see. Okay, next session. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you. So if you are having any doubts, you can ask. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So that's all for today's session. So if you're having any doubt, you can stay and ask me, or else we can end this session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.